Lemon the bug and the little sheep who was a cloud. It was a warm spring morning on the farm. The sun gently warmed the land. The air smelled of fresh grass, and somewhere in the garden bees were softly buzzing. Grandma Ola stepped outside, looked over the flock, and said calmly but firmly, "Today is shearing day." Lemon, who had been chasing a butterfly, stopped at once. "Shearing? Is that like a haircut?" Clementine, the cat, laying lazily on a warm stone, slowly opened one eye. "Yes, just without a mirror and with a much shorter hairstyle." Suddenly a wave of panic rushed through the sheep. One of them, the fluffiest of all, let out a frightened bleat and ran off. "Meh, no!" Lemon lifted his ears. "Did she just run away? Woof woof." "She didn't run away," Clementine said quietly. "She turned into panic wrapped in wool." Grandma Ola sighed. "That's Bilyanochka again. Please help me find her." Lemon stood up proudly. "I will! Woof woof! I'm the best finder." Clementine murmured softly, "Meow! This should be interesting." Lemon searched the yard, looking under the bench, behind the barn, even inside an empty bucket, just in case. "Bilyanochka!" he called. "It's not scary." But there was no answer. Then he stopped near some bushes. In front of him lay a large, fluffy shape. Woof woof, Lemon thought. "Is that a bush?" The shape was silent. "A rock?" "Rocks don't breathe, but this one did." Lemon leaned closer. "This is a very strange cloud." "I'm not a cloud, meh," came a quite offended voice. "Aha!" Lemon wagged his tail. "I found you." A little face peeked out from the wool. "I'm not going anywhere," said Bilyanochka. "I don't want a haircut." Lemon sat beside her. "Why not?" The sheep was quiet for a moment, then said softly, "I love my wool. It's warm and soft. What if I'm not the same after?" Clementine walked over and looked at her carefully. "You won't become someone else. Meow. You'll just become lighter and cooler," she added. "Summer is coming." Bilyanochka thought for a moment. "Well, I'm a little hot." Lemon couldn't help himself. "A little? You're like a blanket in the middle of summer." Clementine smiled slightly. "And your wool will grow back?" "Really?" the sheep asked quietly. "Of course," said Lemon, "and we'll stay with you." He looked at her very seriously. "I won't go anywhere. Woof woof, I promise." Bilyanochka took a deep breath. "All right, but if anything goes wrong, I'm becoming a cloud again. Deal?" Lemon nodded. When it was all over, Lemon didn't recognize her at first. In front of him stood a neat, light little sheep with bright, happy eyes. "Bilyanochka?" he asked. "Meh," she answered happily. Lemon smiled wide. "You are not a cloud anymore." "Then what am I?" "You're as light as the wind," Clementine added, "and you look very elegant." Just then a gentle breeze lifted little pieces of wool into the air. Lemon jumped excitedly. "Look, clouds!" Bilyanochka laughed. "Then I made them." And the farm felt even brighter from the sunshine, the laughter, and the quiet understanding that sometimes change brings something good. Sometimes we are afraid of change, but it often makes life lighter and happier. The end.